This is the illusion. This is what the news does. Oh, well, Trump and Putin, they doing this. And Joe Biden said that these people do not have control over your destiny. They don't control where you go. The illusion says they have control of where you go. Their decisions decide what happens on planet Earth. And because of that, you feel the need to go out and try to change things in the illusion. We tracking. Are we tracking with that? This is what fuels the intent to go out and try to change things or change people or convince people of this. And you out here campaigning and trying to sell ascension and yeah, well, everybody, we got to do this and this is how you do it right. And it's like, no, you're not. This is hustling backwards. Inside then outside, beloved. Oh, well, the collective consciousness, because we decided to do this and we got to do this in order to stop. Hologram. This is a hologram. Your reality is based on your energetic vibrational decisions. And nobody gets to decide that for you. God. Nobody gets to decide that for you. To feel you have to defend the truth and fight for justice and so on and so forth is a sense or a lack of conscious awareness. This is an error in consciousness. Because once again, you feel that someone outside of you can dictate the nature of your experience. All the ideas and things or experiences other people have and they share with you and say, well, you need to be aware of this and need to watch out for this because these people do this and these people do this, so you got to watch out for this. Or this what happened to such and such yesterday around the street. He got the disease the other day, so you need to do. These are all ideas that belong to other people. You don't have to accept them. You don't have to accept any of these programs, any of this limitation. These are all programs. You don't have to accept them. If you do, of course you can experience what they told you about. Of course you can. You are the creator. And yeah, these are, see, I told you you shouldn't do that because such and such happened. It's like, yeah, well, I accepted that program, so of course it happened. And it seems very real. Energy vampires and getting psychologically attacked and so on and so forth. This is all head stuff. This is all brain stuff. If you exist in the mind and you've accepted that there are entities that attack your psyche and so on and so forth, yes, that can happen. That can be a very real experience. No doubt about it. I ain't saying it's not real and didn't happen and so on and so forth. But once again, it's not the absolute truth. It's not the absolute truth. It's a reality. It's a reality, and yes, you can experience it, but it's not the absolute truth of you. The absolute truth of you that there is no devil. There is no demons. There is nobody attempting to attack you. There's only you, God. There's only you, God. That's the absolute truth. I'm experiencing myself. However I decide I would like to experience myself and whatever distortions or belief systems that I decide to experience myself through can take place. However, the basis is the fact that this is your hologram. enjoy, intend, follow your excitement. Along the way, as you continue to experience yourself and you plant those seeds of intention and you heal, you'll experience people. You'll experience people, and some people will have problems. Some people will be sad. Some people will feel lonely. Some people will have problems that they don't necessarily know the answer to. And guess what? You will be there. You will be presented in divine order in the exact time when you're supposed to be there. You'll show up there at the exact moment you're supposed to be there to say exactly what you're supposed to say, or to say to them exactly what their higher self wants them to hear. Because you'll be sophisticated enough to mirror their energy and step out of that energy and return to a higher vibrational frequency of being. And then you have close contact and communication with your higher self, which is another connection of their higher self to be able to say to them what they need to hear at that time. But in order for you to help them, you have to be in a higher vibrational sense of being, to hear the information, to receive the data, to recognize the divine truth of their situation. Versus sitting there worried about asking a bunch of questions, analyzing and trying to figure things out so you can ascend and so you can be a master and so you can master. Just relax. Have a good time. Be here. Be on earth. Be in your body. Do what you love to do. Follow your excitement. Just like a little kid in a nursery, a preschool or nursery joint, the kids pick up toys all over the place. I want to play with the car. As soon as they finish playing with the car and the car get boring, they drop the car on the floor exactly where they standing and turn around and go get something else. That's how aligned and in tune children are. They'll be in the midst of playing with something and it'll be a split second. I don't feel like playing with the car no more. Drop the car on the floor right in front of them and make a U-turn and go and get something else. That's how in tune children are. That's called following your excitement. Like literally. To be able to do that. Drop what you get bored with and go do something else. And mentally it's like, well, there has to be some type of order and so on and so forth. And it's like, no, everything that's unfolded in your life doesn't work in the way in which the logical mind feels like it should. You're in actuality dealing with a very large puzzle, if you will. The puzzle pieces, they have their time and place for you to tinker with them. It's just that all of the puzzle pieces come together as you continue to follow your excitement and working on the thing that's the most exciting in that moment. You work on this piece of the puzzle. When you're tired, you go and do this. Oh, well, let me go work on this. Sometimes I'm making music. I'll do a verse. Sometimes I'll, do the verse or do half the verse. Cut the computer off, come sit down and do something again, listen to something else and inspire some writing, or I got to clean the house, or I'll get an idea to write on my board. This plan, like all of this insight, this information is adding to a very large picture based on what you are here to do. It's just that you being present and allowing yourself to express that energy is pulling together all the big pieces to form the big picture. The manifestation of what you came here to do. All the things that you invested your energy into. All the seeds that you planted of intention. And all of them are growing because you give energy to what needs the energy or what's requiring the energy in the moment. You're allowing your intuition to show you, okay, let's do this. Let's work on this a little bit. Work on this. Go relax. Go sit outside. Go to the store. Grab your favorite whatever. Get you some food or something. And, come back home. after you finish eating, you might get inspired to get back on the computer or do this or paint a little bit of this. Like, it's really a puzzle that's intuitively put together via your action. You're the one with the hands and the feet. It's just more so a matter of you being in tune with your intuition, your feelings, your emotional body, and your higher self. You allowing that fusion or collective of souls within you to guide you to do all the things that are necessary for the unfoldment of what you're here to express. And the more you do that, eventually all the pieces to the puzzle will come together. Oh, I talked to this guy, and he's the manager of this. I didn't know he was doing. I was just guided to go to the store, and I met him, and we was chilling, and then, oh, this person, he does this. He got the connection to all of this stuff. I didn't know he was doing that stuff, and now I need him I need what they're doing, and I met him before. Once again, this is the nature of flow. This is the modus operandi of infinite intelligence. It's just that you have to be receptive and open enough, wise enough to harness that energy and allow these pieces to this very large puzzle to put themselves together naturally through you living your life, doing the things that you love in every given moment. This is how things come together. And the more you do it, the more in tune you are, the more you see the puzzle making sense, the more it starts to come together. Because you've allowed yourself to be in this flow beyond logical analysis or getting frustrated saying, well, this is a waste of time. I don't need to be doing this. Why am I in front of these people? I want to be focused on my such and such. I'm supposed to be manifesting this. That ain't got nothing to do with y'all. You don't know who got to do with what. You don't see the bigger picture. You don't see the bigger picture to have the authority to say that this is a waste of time. Life is smarter than you. So a lot of times the ego in its frustration will label something as a waste of time. And it's like, no, you're just revealing your ignorance. You don't understand, which is the problem. You don't understand what's taking place. That's why you're labeling this circumstance or this connection or talking to this person or cutting these people out, cutting this person out of your life because you don't see their value in your life, and I don't see no value in talking to these people. They make less money than me, and they doing this, and low vibration, Then you get all this, then you start sorting everything in your life with the ignorance of the ego. That's the recipe for major setbacks in all of your experiences, everything that you created for yourself. Major setbacks. Just a bunch of judgment and frustration. Once again, arrogance is the forerunner of embarrassment. And judgment is not intelligent, it's ignorant. Because you're working with a very limited source of information, the ego. It doesn't see the bigger picture behind everything that's taking place. It doesn't know the modus operandi or the value being added through these emotional situations or connections with certain people. It doesn't know what this person in your life or why you still hang with that person, why they still calling you, and so why ignorance. Beloved masters, I need to take a small break. 1 second, please.